We have all encountered someone with a disability. Many of us have seen such people with a dog by their sides at all times. Unless it is apparent that they are a service dog, many of us just think they are a simple companion. Well, that is why I'm going to inform you today about the 3 different types of service dogs: dogs for the blind, the deaf, and the epileptic. I would also like to inform you about what you should do and not do the next time you encounter a service dog. Many of you are wondering, what are epileptic people? Epileptic people are people who suffer from seizures throughout their whole lives. Seizure alert dogs can sense and warn their owner of an oncoming seizure. According to epilepsy.com, the dogs can sense a seizure for up to 45 minutes or more before it actually occurs. Their warning signs to their owner are close eye contact, circling, pawing, barking, and even pushing and holding its owner down in case of injury if standing. It is amazing how these creatures of life can be so smart and sensitive. However, it is up to the dog owner to sense these behaviors in order for it to be effective. Now that I have explained what people with epileptic seizures are and how dogs can help save their lives, it is time to focus on the next 2 different types of service dogs. The second type of service dog I am going to explain about are the eye-seeing dogs. Service dogs for the blind basically serve as the eyes for the owner. Eye-seeing dogs must be trained to guide his owner through streets, sidewalks, stairs, and to even return items to his owner at all times. According to canineweb.com, there are 15 established programs in the United States that train these guide dogs. Though these programs usually obtain the dogs from breeders, most of them come from rescue shelters before being put down. Eye-seeing dogs go through basic obedience training to extensive training from puppies up to 1 year old. More interestingly, children are preferred as the puppy raisers. These dogs are trained as guide dogs, are usually very intelligent, versatile, and readily available. Most common breeds for these types of eye-seeing dogs are German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers, and Labradors. However, many other suitable dogs can qualify for service dogs, but these are the most common among others. So now that you know the basic understanding of eye-seeing dogs, it is time to turn to the last type of service dog that I will explain tonight. The last type of service dog that I will explain are the dogs for the deaf, or the hard of hearing. Back in high school, I had a classmate that was deaf, and we always wondered why she had a service dog. And it was until she gave a speech in high school about her service dog and why she needed him. These dogs are professionally trained to alert their owner to important sounds. Such sounds include fire alarms, doorbells, ringing phones, alarm clocks, and from people from approaching behind. Because people are not familiar with hearing dogs, they are often identified with orange collars and leashes. My classmate back in high school did a demonstration of what her dog does to help her. She sent a student outside the classroom and made him knock 3 times. The dog came immediately back to his owner, sat in front of her, and nodded 2 times. Now you're probably wondering why she nodded 2 times instead of 1 time. The 1 nod meant that there was a perpetrator. The 2 nods meant that the dog was familiar, or the person was familiar with the girl, so that if oncoming perpetrators or strangers were to come to her, possible danger would be effective and she wouldn't know, so therefore the service dog would help her. All types of service dogs are such wonderful companions and benefactors to people with disabilities. However, there are some things people need to know and understand when encountering a service dog. Number 1, you should never, ever distract a service dog, touch, or offer food before asking the owner. And don't be upset if the owner does not say it's okay to touch them or distract them, because they might not want to go into full detail about their disability. They are specifically trained to guide people with disabilities. So the next time you do encounter a service dog, hopefully you will remember the information I told you about today. Service dogs are still dogs, regardless of their special abilities. But to some people, especially the disabled, they are their friend, family, and guidance throughout their whole entire lives. And that is my conclusion to service dogs. Thank you. How many minutes?